Okay, I'm very excited. This week's chapter is chapter 11, the law of the inner circle. So let's get right into it. A leader's potential is determined by the people closest to him. It is said you become the sum of the five people you spend the most time with. While most people don't carefully select who to build relationships with, leaders do, right? And that's what each and every single one of us is here, a leader. So we need to be intentional with the relationships we go out there and build. It's a part of their strategy to step into their full potential, right? Not just for us to step into our full potential, but also the other person, right? The other team member to help them as well reach their fullest potential. And one of the examples I'm going to go over first is Lance Armstrong. And he's known for winning all kinds of tours, right? And as a cyclist, he is in a class of his own, as they like to say. He was able to accomplish things others before him and even after having been able to accomplish. And this isn't all part of his own doing, right? And that's why I want to ask, what do you know about a team? Comment and let me know what it is that you know or what it is that you believe a team is. What contributes to a team? What makes a team, right? And uh, right now, that is what we're focused on building for ourselves, right? It's an unbelievable team. And Lance Armstrong, that's exactly what he did, and plenty other successful people out there have done as well as build themselves an unbelievable team. Right here, as you see, it says being a cyclist seems as if it's a one-person sport, but it's far from it. So he met his coach, Johan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. My apologies. His record and reputation didn't match what it is today. Before he met that coach at that time, he was on a losing streak, right? His workout routine, his regimen, all those type of things weren't what they are now or what people praise, right? That routine that they praise him for today isn't what he had until he met his coach. So throughout history, again, I said we see time and time again collective efforts make the biggest difference of them all. Even this is my one of my favorite quotes of all time through Mother Teresa, where she says, "You can do what I cannot do. I can do what you cannot do. Together we can do great things." And that goes to show right here with Lance and his coach, right? And the other people were a part of the team of the strength and conditioning, all those other things that go into building a team for a cyclist on the level that he was on. Together they were able to do great things. And that's what we need to do when we go out there and we build these relationships, right? Is find the correct people that we can align ourselves with. So again, not only are they helping us reach our fullest potential, but we ourselves are helping them do the exact same thing. So be strategic in building your inner circle. You must be intentional in your relationship building. Give thought to whom is in your inner circle. The example given is we see in society when an artist or athlete have their success, some tend to self-destruct due to the negative influences around them. The team they have built wasn't built to last. So your inner circle, you want to make sure is built fully, right, to 100%, where everyone is be able to reach their fullest potential. Because again, if you have some people within your inner circle that don't fill it up, that can be a recipe for disaster, and that's not what we want. So, what are the key areas of focus? Right, number one, who they are. Right, you want to make sure they have integrity. Right, they're honest and truthful. They have a positive attitude because a negative one has never led to a positive outcome. They value excellence because you don't want to settle, especially settling for average. You want them to be able to show flexibility, right? Be willing, oh, that's a typo, be willing to change. Loyalty, respect one another and the common cause everyone is trying to accomplish. And I believe one of the most important ones of all is value people, treat others with respect and dignity. So that right there is very huge. Again, have integrity, positive attitude, value excellence, show flexibility, loyalty, and value people. Now, these aren't only things to follow and look in others, right? These are things as well that we need to have within ourselves, right? Because how can we demand something from someone else we don't even have, right? So we want to work on these as much as possible as well. But even then, right, we're not going to be 100% you know, be able to fully be 100% in everything, right, all the time. And that's why we need to have a team. So when we fall short, we have team members that can go ahead and pick us up. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't work on these things. What they do, bring in others who have strengths in your area of weakness. They can point out your blind spots and you can do the same. What they and you should be doing is making each other better. All right, so this is a two-way street here, of course. It's not a one-way street where people should only be giving and giving to us, and we just take. We need to be making sure we're on a two-way street, and it's a give and take relationship here. And at the end of the day, we should be focusing on and what we should be doing is making each other better. And number three, how they lessen the load. There are two types of people in this world, those who lift and those who lean. Your inner circle needs to be filled with lifters. If those around you don't make you better, you need to change who is around you. If those around you don't make you better, you need to change who is around you. And that right there is huge, because that means those people in our circle are just leaners, meaning they put their elbow on our shoulder, right? And they lean and they lean and they lean. And after a while, I don't know about you, but in the gym, back day is something I definitely don't skip. Maybe leg day, but not back day. But even after that, right after a while, it gets heavy, right? That weight gets heavy on our shoulders. I remember seeing this video, and it shows somebody who was holding a cup out, and I believe it was 6 ounces of water, 8 ounces of water, what have you, and obviously, if you hold it for a minute, 2 minutes, that cup of water is not going to feel heavy, right? Or this glass right here is not going to feel heavy if I keep my arm straight out. But after some time, after some hours, this right here doesn't even weigh a pound. But after a couple hours, it'll feel like it weighs a couple 100 pounds, I'm sure, right? So even those people elbows on our shoulders, they just lean. That's all they ever do. After a while, it feels like you have a ton of weight on your shoulder, bearing down on your shoulders, right? Not just the weight you need to carry, but someone else's. And that right there is not right, right? So you want to make sure we find people that help lessen the load. And again, we do the same for them. So that now it's time to take action. Create a list of your inner circle. And if you don't have one, then start working and putting down names, jotting down names of people you believe would benefit you and should be in your inner circle, right? And if you already have one, then write down how each person contributes. And if someone on your list isn't contributing, then think of someone else who can and most definitely will. So the law of the inner circle is one of my most favorite ones. To come to an end, I'll say this, I'm the farthest thing from being self-made, right? And let's go back to the first. A leader's potential is determined by the people closest to him. Now, again, like I said, I am the farthest thing from being self-made. I don't like to preach being, oh, I'm self-made, self-made this, self-made that, because I've been able to be blessed and I'm grateful for the people throughout the years that have been around me. The circle of influence or inner circle will change and does change, right? Uh, we will be falling out of some people's circles, right? And when I say falling out, it's not even in a bad thing. It just means we served our purpose for them within that time when they did the same thing for us. But now it's time just to move on and find someone else to come into our circle of influence. And throughout my years of working on myself and trying to become a better leader, I've definitely taken many things from many people I consider were good leaders. And again, so I'm the farthest thing from being self-made, and I believe each and every single one of us will continue to be the farthest thing from self-made as we grow our inner circles and we work together with other people, right? Because it takes a collective effort, not just our own effort. So thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your week. God bless and take care. Peace.